Hi beautiful souls, it's Tan back here on this Astrology, Human Design and Gene Keys channel with another video. And today we're going to be looking at your life's work in the Gene Keys. So before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I now have a second YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out yet, if you haven't subscribed yet, please head over there. I'll give you a link either up above if I can do that. I'm not sure if I can. And in the description box below. So it's an art channel where I do a lot of paintings and drawings and talk about just some of my reflections into the world of art there. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys come along on that journey as well. And another announcement is that I also have now an online Etsy shop where I sell prints of my Gene Keys art. One of them is behind me right here. They're like Gene Key fairy arts that I've created, and I'm working on creating all 64 Gene Key fairies. So I would really appreciate if you guys could check out my Etsy web shop as well. And if there's anything that you guys like there, please support me. I would really appreciate it. All right, so let's get started. So if you haven't gotten your Gene Keys profile yet, I'll again leave a link to the Gene Keys website in the description box below so that you guys can head over there. There's a free online profile that you can get to see your Gene Keys hologenetic profile. And once you have gotten your profile, what you have to look for this video today with regards to the life's work is the Gene Key number and its line that's at the top of your hologenetic profile, and it's gonna say life's work there. The sphere of your life's work in the Gene Keys is related or is an archetype of your sun sign in astrology. And because now I go by 3 systems when I look at Gene Keys and Human Design, I go by the tropical, the Vedic sidereal, and also the true sidereal, which is also called the cosmic Human Design or cosmic Gene Keys. I'm going to be sharing with you guys through those 3 systems rather than just looking at one system. And I want to let you guys know why I feel deep down that all 3 systems, tropical, sidereal, and true sidereal, matter, and they can be used together in a very beautiful way when you're looking at your profile. Because look at these 3, like especially in terms of the sun sign, which is your life's work, it's like a chain of 3 Gene Keys or 3 Human Design gates, 3 archetypes that links together. Because when your sun sign is in a particular degrees of a zodiac or of a Gene Key, in tropical, in the sidereal system, the Vedic sidereal, it's always about 26 degrees before your sign. So for example, I'll just use my example here. My tropical sun sign is Taurus, 19 degrees of Taurus. In the Gene Keys, it is Gene Key 23, line 1. You take it back 26 degrees in sidereal. My sun sign is Aries, 24 degrees of Aries. Roughly, the degrees is very specific, right? So it's roughly 26 degrees. It lands in Gene Key 42, line 5, so 42.5. And then in true sidereal, it takes it back about another 8 degrees. So therefore, my sun sign would still be in Aries in true sidereal, but it would be in Gene Key or Human Design Gate 51, line 3, taking it back 8 degrees around the astrological wheel. Hope that's kind of making sense there. So therefore, I could say that my chain, and this is going to be a similar like run around the wheel, or a similar rotation around the wheel for all of your sun signs. So my chain would be 23, 42, 51, or specifically 23.1, 42.5, and 51.3. I would look at how these energies are feeding into each other and how they are linked to each other. Because the more I get into it, the more I realize that they are similar in a way, and they can be linked to each other in a very amazing way. And so I want you guys to have a look at these 3 things as a chain, and just like maybe comment below and share with the rest of us, like, what is your chain? What is your life's work sun sign chain? What are the 3 numbers there? So yeah, like I'll also provide in the description box below somewhere the Cosmic Human Design website where you can get your true sidereal gene keys and human design. And for the sidereal, I'll provide a link to a video where I talk about how you can get your human design and gene keys in the sidereal format. I'll provide a link up there in the description box below as well. All right, so let's get to it. What is the life's work in the gene keys? So according to the studies of the gene keys, Richard Rudd, the creator of the gene keys, the life's work can be considered as your external role in the world. And of course, the word role, you know, we tend to associate it as something that we do that's not really us. But that's not the case here, because when we talk about role in terms of the life's work, it's an authentic role that you have amongst 64 roles that people have in the world, right? There's 64 gene keys, 64 human design gates. You take on one of those roles, and you taking on one of that role fits together with other people who take on other roles to make up this beautiful world, this beautiful universe that we live in. It's a role that you can adopt that is, we can say, you can shine through best. You can shine through the brightest. And in that sense, it is linked a little bit to your ego, but it doesn't have to necessarily be unhealthy. It can be linked to your self-confidence in a healthy way, because this is what people see of you very, very clearly. The number one first thing that, and this is not like see as in physically, this is see as in a role that they can give you a name for, they can attribute, they want to come to you for learning, for help, for guidance, for inspiration, for motivation. It's very attractive, very magnetic, because you're the sun here, you're shining to draw people to you. So that's how I would look at the life's work, as well as what I've read with regards to the gene keys. And of course, this can be linked, it doesn't necessarily have to, but it can definitely be linked to your career, your daily working environment as well. So, but it goes just, it's beyond that, you know, it's, you don't have to make money from it, we can say. But most likely it is going to be, because if you're working with the life's work correctly, then people would love to exchange money with you for that. The gratitude they feel for the wisdom, the learning, the teaching, the inspiration that you offer, people want to exchange money for that, right? And the shadow frequency of your life's work, the gene keys is going to go from shadow to gift to Siddhi. So the shadow there is something that you take on that may prevent you or block you from finding fulfillment or finding that role, or really adopting that external role in a way that is healthy for you. And the other thing that Richard Rudd says is that if you look at your whole genetic profile as if it was an iceberg, the breakthrough point in the middle of the profile is like underneath the surface of the water. Anything else above that is like more conscious part of you, and it's above the water. And therefore, the life's work is at the top of the iceberg. And if visually you can imagine that you're in the middle of an ocean and you can see lots of iceberg there, right? The first thing you're going to see is the tip of it and how high the iceberg is. That's your life's work right there. It is very noticeable. It's very easy for people to see you as taking on this particular role. So with regards to this particular video, I want to give you guys a mantra. I created a mantra, we can say, and I'm going to be doing this for all of the spheres and the gene keys. I'm so excited to share that with you guys. But I've created a mantra for the life's work, and I want you guys to fill in, we can say, the Siddhi, the gift, and the shadow into the blank spaces that I've provided for you in this mantra. And maybe say it to yourself every day, reflect on it, meditate on it, and share with us how you feel about it. So the mantra goes like this. My authentic role in the external world is to shine light on your Siddhi of your life's work, of the society, collective, and the world. So if I were to fill this in for the chain of my life's work, I would say my authentic role in the external world is to shine light on the awakening of the society, collective, and the world. It's to shine light on the celebration of the society, collective, and the world. It's to shine light on the quintessence of the society, collective, and the world. And so I did some reflections on this myself, and with further, kind of studies into each of these particular gene keys and human design gates and zodiac and things like that, Gene Key 51 to me is shining a light on the awakening of the world, the collective, and society. Makes me feel like a part of my life's work here is to surprise, because this is Gate 51 is Gate of Shock. So it's to bring some kind of surprise or shock factor to provoke people to awaken, or to provoke people to what has to be awakened in the collective and the society in today's world. And sometimes doing that through truth and sharing of truth and insight, because my true sidereal cross is a cross of penetration. So there's a very truthful way of doing that, and a way of getting straight to the point with regards to that cross. Shining light on the celebration of the world, the society, and the collective to me with Gene Key 42. This is a heavy gene key for me, and I feel a very karmic link to this gene key to my father, because this gene key is all about cycles of life. And if you know a little bit about the story of my father and what's happening right now, he's going through a very difficult cycle of his life. And I feel that sometimes his life cycle is directly linked to my life cycle and what I'm going through sometimes. And it's very hard because I feel like sometimes his cycle, where he's down, I'm up. Where he's up, I'm down. And deep down, I feel like I want us to be in the same cycle. I want us to both be happy at the same time, and I want us to both maybe not be sad at the same time, but at least experience happiness at the same time as well. But that doesn't really seem to happen. But I guess that does maybe offer a bit of a balance there with regards to one of us being up, one of us being down, and how to kind of balance each other's energies out there. But yeah, so I really feel this gene key strongly, and learning about celebrating life, I feel that to me, this means that I'm here as my life's work to shine light on how we need to be able to enjoy life more and what it means to enjoy the journey, and without knowing what the outcome or the destination of the journey of our life, of our career, and of any endeavors that we take on, not knowing where that's going to take us, but at least enjoying the ride. That's the most important thing there. Being in the present moment and knowing that waiting at the expectation station is not going to do anything. And thinking about the future, it's not all the time worrying about the future, thinking about the future, thinking about what am I here to do 10 years from now, and what is really my purpose. It's like, it's fine to sometimes contemplate on that, but like to not get stuck on that and to just really live your life in the moment, and joy in the moment is so important. That's celebration. Shining light on the quintessence of the world, the society, and the collective. To me, this feels like my life's work would be about cutting things into the essentials and really seeing what is essential and efficient in the world right now and what isn't, and to live life and to shine with regards to this, and to show the world how to live a more simple life where I only do what I think is necessary in terms of the essence of my life. That's the most important, is my life, like what is essential and what is not essential, cutting out all the fluffs. And this is the gate of splitting apart, so kind of throwing away the cluster of life and really getting to the juice of it. So yes, now I'm going to give you guys a mantra for the gift frequency of your life's work. The path to getting there, so the path to getting to your authentic role, is to learn and to practice you can use any vocabulary that you want to use here, learning, practicing, but something where you consciously have to be doing, we can say. To learn or to practice about, and then fill in the gift of your life's work. So to me, the path of getting there is to learn and practice initiative, is to learn and practice detachment, is to learn and practice simplicity. And then we have the shadow mantra. And be mindful and accept when the shadow of your life's work shadow pops up. So for me, to be mindful and accept when the shadow of agitation pops up, when the shadow of expectation pops up, when the shadow of complexity pops up. All right, beautiful souls. That's gonna be my take on the Gene Keys life's work, and share with me what are gonna be your contemplations and reflections on these particular mantras, the definitions of these words, how these words feel in your life, how they feed into each other. All right, so do check out my website if you're interested in any kind of readings, and also don't forget to check out my Etsy web shop and my second YouTube channel, links in the description box below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Sending everybody so much love today, and I hope that you shine in the world the brightest shine ever.